So from Dollar Tree, I will be using this decor sign. I'm going to remove the tag and the string. I am saving the string because I'm going to put it back on later on. So for now, I'm going to just set it to the side. I'm going to carefully remove the frame. And I am removing the paper. This was very easy. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. This time it was like I pulled the whole entire thing and it came off. So now I'm going to just flip it on the other side and use some white chalk paint to paint that entire thing. And I'm only giving this one coat of paint because I want this to look more of a whitewash. The next thing I will be doing is printing this Love is in the Air. I did use my printer and the app Pick Collage. The font name is King Basil. Now you can use your Cricut if you like, but if you don't have a Cricut, you can always just use this method. I'm going to just scribble the back using a pencil. Then I'm going to flip it over and start tracing it. And this is how it looks. Now I'm going to do is in the air and at the bottom. Once I am done doing that, I will be using a black paint marker to trace it around, and then I will be using some black paint to just fill it in, especially at the bottom because the paint marker was too thick, so I did use a small paintbrush. And voila, look how beautiful this looks. The next thing I will be doing is just adding the frame back on, and I'm using some hot glue for this. For the hearts that I will be using in the center, I will be using these wood hearts that I got from Hobby Lobby. They are $2.99 with 40% off. So I'm going to use 2 of them, and I'm going to paint them with this beautiful pretty pink that is called Cameo Pink from the brand Apple Barrel. I wanted to use a smaller heart, so I am using the ones that Dollar Tree carries, and I'm going to paint the back. Now using some jewelry, I'm going to cut 3 little pieces and I'm going to glue them to the back of the heart. Then I'm going to tie the strings together. Once I am done tying these, I will be making a jute twine bow, which I will be adding it later on. First, I'm going to just glue the balloons to my sign, and then I'm going to glue the bow. And that is it for this Love is in the Air Valentine decor sign, which I think it turned out beautiful. For my next DIY, I will be using this wood heart that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the hanger. To paint the heart, I will be using the same Cameo Pink. I am also using this wood tag that I got from Walmart. I will be painting it white. To decorate my heart, I will be using the leftover small little roses that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to cut the stems off, and then I'm going to tie these together using some jute twine. I will be making a small little pocket where I will be adding these roses, and I decided to use this leftover burlap that I had. I did want this to look like a thicker burlap, so I am going to cut this into different pieces. And as you can see, it's all messed up, so I'm going to cut all the edges, and then I'm going to glue these together, one on top of the other one. I will be gluing these in the center of the heart, and I didn't glue the bottom, only the sides. To decorate this some more, I will be using this lace ribbon that I recently got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut a small piece and glue it in the center. The next thing I will be doing is adding the tag, and I am using the same little string that came with the heart and then just adding it there. Now to finish this off, I will be adding this little laser cut love sign that I got a while back from the Dollar Tree and a jute twine bow. And you can leave it like this. I think it looks beautiful, but I felt like it needed something else, so I decided to add this stitch line all around the heart. And that is it for this beautiful heart decor sign. For my next DIY, I will be using this wood house that I got from Dollar Tree and a paint stick. So I'm going to start by removing this jute twine thingy. I don't know if it's a house or an arrow, but kind of looks like both. I'm going to paint this using some white chalk paint. And I will be painting the paint stick using a combination of a little bit of black paint and the Waverly Antique Wax. For this DIY, I decided to use my Cricut, and I did cut out the word family. I'm going to transfer it to the bottom of my house. Now you can't use Dollar Tree stickers. They have these little transfer stickers that you can use, or you can use the other method that I used in my first DIY. Now for the heart that I will be using this one that I got from Michael's. It was $1.99, but I got it when it was 90% off because this is part of the Christmas collection. Dollar Tree does carry some that you can use instead. I'm going to paint it using the same pink. Now, I knew I wanted to add something to the heart, and I wasn't sure what to do, if add some jute twine or this lace ribbon, so I decided to add both of them. I did start with the lace ribbon first, and then I added some jute twine right on top of that. Now to finish the heart off, I will be adding a jute twine bow. Then I will be gluing the heart right on top of the family. Now to finish this off, I will be gluing my little house to the piece of paint stick. And for extra support, I did add a Jenga block to the back. And that is it for the house. I think it turned out beautiful. For my next DIY, I will be using this crafter square little jar. I got this after Christmas, so it was 50% off, but Dollar Tree always carries these in their crafter square section. Now this DIY is very easy and simple to do. I'm going to start by painting the jar using the cameo pink, and I only gave this one coat of paint. Once it was dried, I used a piece of senshi. Once it was dried, I used a senshi paper to sand it out and make this look more farmhouse. I am adding some jute twine to the top part. Now to decorate this, I will be using these transfer stickers that I got from Dollar Tree and this wood little heart that I also got from Dollar Tree from a Dollar Tree pack. I am transferring the little XOXO one, and look how beautiful this looks. Now for me to hang this to my jar, I will be making a hole using my drill. Now I'm adding some jute twine and then just wrapping this around the jar and tying it. To finish it off, I will be making a little jute twine bow and add it. And for the roses, I'm using the leftover roses I got from the Hobby Lobby pick. And that is it. Look how cute this looks. I'm going to start with the love sign. Now from Dollar Tree, I picked up one of these decor signs. This was 50 cents. I don't know why it was on the little clearance section, but I still picked it up because I knew it had so much potential. I'm going to start by removing the price on the back. Then I will be removing the frame. I'm using this knife, which it made it very easy to remove, but these can also break easily, so you do have to be very careful.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling.
After I finished removing all 4 pieces, I then went ahead and removed the rest of the picture. Now this was a little hard to remove, but I still managed to remove everything. And now I'm going to use the back. I am going to mix a little bit of the Waverly chalk paint and a little bit of water to make this look more whitewashed. So I did accidentally added way too much water, so I did have to go back and add a little bit of more chalk paint. Now using this paintbrush, I will be painting the entire thing, but I do want some of that brown to show up, so I am not painting this perfect. And this is how it looks. Now I'm going to set this aside, and now I'm going to paint the heart, which came from a pack that I actually got last year. I'm not sure if Dollar Tree is carrying these this year, but they do have some stuff similar that you can use instead. Now I'm going to paint these using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson, and I'm using 3 of these hearts. Now going back to the sign, I will be using some jute twine. I will be gluing a little bit at the top. This is where I will be gluing the heart, so I don't want this to hang too much.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?
Now that the string is ready, I will be gluing the rest of the pieces back that make the frame.
Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking.
So there is 2 options to hang the hearts. One, you can add a little bit of jute twine to the hearts and just tie it to the shoestring, or you can do what I did, is just glue them down to make it look like they're hanging from the
With
string.
you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up.
I absolutely love how this is turning now. Now you can add whatever you like to this. I decided to use these Dollar Tree poster sticker letters to write the word love at the bottom. The little holes that the hearts had were bothering me, so what I decided to do is make some little jute twine bows and then just glue them there. And that is it. That is it for this beautiful rustic love sign. For my next DIY, I will be using this Dollar Tree jar, and I'm going to start by removing the lid. Next thing I will be doing is using some white chalk paint to paint this, and I'm going to paint it all the way to where the lines finish, and I'm only giving this 1 coat of paint.
When I dance around, I can't help but feeling. I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
Once it was dried, I then glued some ribbon at the top, and I'm using this black ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree.
Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
I thought by adding this ribbon I was going to cover most of the top part, but I didn't, so what I decided to do is just add some jute string to the top as well.
I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
And now I'm just adding some greenery and some roses that I got from the Dollar Tree. To finish this off, I did paint a little heart tag that I got from the Dollar Tree. I painted the back of it red, and then I glued it to the front of the jar. And you can write something on the front or use a sticker. Now to cover the hole, I made a bow. And that is it for this beautiful planter. For my next DIY, I will be using this Let It Snow decor sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree is carrying so many other different ones that you can use instead. I'm just trying to get rid of all my Christmas stuff. So I am going to start by removing the sticker. I always have trouble removing the stickers. So as you can see, I gave up halfway. But I decided to just leave it like that and add some paper. I then painted all the sides and the insides using some white chalk paint, and I made this look more like a whitewash. Once it was dried, I used this beautiful paper that I got from Michael's. Now, so I can get it almost perfect, I just put it inside and I pressed on it so it can crease. I then cut it and glued it. I am using some spray adhesive. This is from the Dollar Tree.
I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
The next thing I will be doing is painting one of these wood hearts. This is from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it using the Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson.
Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
Once it was dry, I then glue it inside and in the center. Now you can add whatever you like to the heart, but I decided to just leave it like this. And the only thing I added was a jute twine bow I made out of the Dollar Tree jute string. And that is it for this beautiful and simple decor sign. For my next DIY, I will be using this old piece of decor sign. This is from Dollar Tree. I did use the other half in something else, so I saved this part and I decided to just use it on this DIY. I'm also using the leftover paper that I got from Michael's and that I used in my previous DIY. The easiest way to do this is just tracing it, but I decided just to put it on top and crease it down. I then cut it and used the same spray adhesive to glue this to the front.
Loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this.
The next thing I will be using is 2 pieces of paint sticks that I cut a little bit bigger than the sign, and I painted using the Waverly Antique Wax. I then just glue one to the top and one to the bottom.
Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?
To decorate my sign, I will be using this beautiful ribbon that I got last year from Dollar Tree. Hopefully Dollar Tree this year carries these ribbons, but if they don't, Michael's and Hobby Lobby always have beautiful ribbons that you can use instead. I'm going to just glue a piece on the side. Then I'm using this Dollar Tree cake topper that I decided to use. I am going to carefully cut the little stick off. I did break it a little bit, but once it was glued, you couldn't really tell where I accidentally broke it. I am going to glue it sideways, and then I will be adding these little foam hearts that I had from a little pack that I got from Walmart. I am going to add a white one and a red one. The red one was kind of like a light red, so I did wanted this to be darker, so I went over it with Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. I then glue it right next to the white heart. Now to hang this, I did drill some holes using my drill, and I added a string.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever.
And that is it for this beautiful Valentine's Day sign. I'm going to start with the tier tray. Now from Hobby Lobby, I got this 9-inch wood circle that was $3.49. And this smaller circle is from Walmart. It was 97 cents and it is 7 inches. The wood piece I will be using for the center, it is a candle holder that I got from Hobby Lobby and it was $2.49. So I'm making this tier tray for under $7. After removing the stickers, I will be removing this metal piece. It is very easy to remove. Now I'm going to use a combination of wood glue and hot glue just so I can speed up the drying process. For the wood circle that I'm gonna use for the bottom, I decided to flip it around. This is going to make the bottom bigger. I did let this dry for about an hour and then I went ahead and painted that entire tray using the Waverly chalk paint in the color white. You can make it look more rustic and old by sanding it down. I decided to just leave it the way it is. And that is it for this beautiful tier tray. For my next DIY, I will be using this decor sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. It is a Christmas sign, but Dollar Tree right now is carrying St. Patrick or Valentine ones that you can use instead. I will be covering the front with a beautiful Hobby Lobby Hobby Lobby paper. So that's why I am trying to remove this paper. I thought it was going to be easy since it had bubbles, but it was actually kind of hard. And the reason I wanted to remove this is because this has glittery letters, so it makes this bumpy. Another way and the easiest way is to just sand down the letters and make it smoother. I got tired, so all I did was just use the sandpaper and try to smooth it down. Once I was finished with that, I went ahead and painted all the sides using some black chalk paint. And look how beautiful this scrapbooking paper is. It is from the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. They are 69 cents, but I did get it for 50% off. I will be tracing and cutting the paper. To glue the paper, I will be using this spray adhesive that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to just slowly put it and then I'm going to smooth it out so there isn't any bubbles. The next thing I will be using is this piece of wood that I got from a little pack that I got a while back from the Dollar Tree. I did paint it white. To decorate my sign, I will be using these laser cut words that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm using the word forever. I did want to incorporate a little bit of red, so I will be gluing this red heart in the O. The next thing I will be adding is this little clip, and this is going to be where I will be adding a picture. And that is it. I think this turned out beautiful. This is perfect for the tier tray, or it can be perfect for a gift. For my next DIY, I will be using this small decor sign that I got from Dollar Tree last year. I'm going to start by removing the little blessed heart. It was pretty easy, but you have to be very careful. It is going to rip at the bottom because of the glue. Once I had that off, I then painted the entire thing using some black paint. I then used this small heart that I also got from the Dollar Tree, and I painted this using some white chalk paint. Now again, I got this last year, but Dollar Tree is carrying similar things to this that you can use instead. Once I am done painting this, I am going to glue it in the center. I thought by adding this, I was going to cover where I accidentally tore some of the wood off, but you can see this through the little designs that this heart has. So to cover that up, I decided to use another little Dollar Tree sticker, and I'm going to glue it in the center. To finish this off, I will be adding a jute twine bow I will be making and adding it to where the hole is at. And that is it for this decor sign. This next DIY is very easy and simple to do. From Dollar Tree, I will be using this beautiful candle holder. I don't remember if they carry these on black, but I am going to paint mine using some white, not white, sorry, some black chalk paint. And for the florals I will be using are these beautiful rose picks that I got from Hobby Lobby. Each one is $7.99, but they were 50% off, so I basically got both of these for $7.99. Now I'm going to just take some leaves and roses off, and then I'm going to add a piece of foam to the top of my candle holder. It's going to be very tiny. The last thing I will be doing is just adding the leaves and roses to the floral foam. And that is it for this beautiful little rose planter. For my next DIY, I will be making a mini ladder. Now I will be using these 6-inch dowels that I got from the Dollar Tree. I will be using 3 in total. I will be making 4 steps, and each step is going to be 2 inches. So I'm going to use one dowel and a little bit of the other one to make the steps. I tried to use my scissors to cut the dowels, but it was pretty hard, so I am going to use my meter saw. To glue the steps, I decided to just use hot glue just for the speeding process. I didn't want to wait forever for these to glue. Once I had the steps glued, I then painted my ladder using some black chalk paint. To decorate the ladder, I will be using this beautiful laser cut heart that I got from the Dollar Tree and this other heart that I also got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just gluing the red heart on top of the brown heart, and then I'm going to use a piece of jute twine to add it so I can hang this from the little ladder. I then decided to put XO using these little foam sticker letters that I got from the Dollar Tree. And that is it for this beautiful mini ladder. I will be making a small little house for my next DIY. Now Dollar Tree already carries like little houses, wood houses, but I decided to make mine using this leftover arrow piece that I already had. And look how beautiful this craft paper is. I also got this from Hobby Lobby. I will be tracing the house, then I'm going to cut it. To glue the paper, I'm using my oh my gosh. To glue the paper, I will be using this spray adhesive, and I'm going to just press it down and smooth it out. For the bottom piece, I did use a piece of popsicle stick that I painted using the Waverly Antique Wax, and I added some Jenga blocks for extra support in the back. To decorate my little house, I'm using these laser cutouts, this love and heart. I decided to cut the little heart off because it didn't fit, and I'm going to just glue it right beside the other big hearts. And I'm using hot glue to glue all of these things. To finish it off, I will be making a bow and adding it to the top. And that is it for this beautiful love little house. For my next DIY, I will be making a small mini planter using the jumbo popsicle sticks. And for the bottom, I decided to use this little piece I already had. It's a paint stick, but as you can see, it is as big as the jumbo popsicle sticks. Now I'm going to just make my little pieces, and then I'm going to glue them together using hot glue. And look how beautiful and tiny this little planter looks. Now I'm going to just paint it using some white chalk paint. I was looking through all of my last year's stash, and I found this beautiful ribbon. Hopefully Dollar Tree carries these this year. I am going to glue this around my planter. The next thing I will be adding is small little pieces of the floral foam inside. Then I will be cutting small little roses and some leaves from the beautiful floral picks that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm going to just add them to my small little planter. And that is it for this mini planter, which I think it turned out so beautiful and it looks so cute on my tier tray. My next DIY is another simple one to do. Now from Dollar Tree, I got this little house that has the numbers with the calendar, or basically it has a calendar inside. So I decided to remove the little box from the house, and this had paper, but I wanted this to have some hearts instead. So I'm using this scrapbook paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to just place the small little box and then cut it. And then I'm going to just add the numbers back in, and that is basically it. Now you can leave it like that, but I decided to make this more Valentine. So I am adding some hearts to the top. Well, I'm actually going to show you two different versions, this one and another one that I did remove these hearts because they were too big and you couldn't really see the other decor I had behind this on my tray. But that is the only reason I removed these. Option 2 is just to add a small tiny heart to one of the corners, and that is it. Alright, so I'm going to start with this piece of wood that I already had. I know it's from Lowe's. So this piece of wood is stained in 3 different colors, and I honestly don't know the name of the colors. All I know is that they are dark brown because it was a while back that this was stained, and I don't have those stains anymore. I'm going to cut this in 4 different pieces, and all pieces are going to be different size. So I am going to just mark it down before I cut them. To cut this, I use my electric saw. I'll have that link down in the description box in case you want to check it out. I like using this saw whenever I am cutting thicker wood, and then when I'm cutting thinner wood, I like to use my hand saw because I don't have to go outside. I am sanding down all the edges using my paper sand sheet. For the letters, I'm using the stickers letters that I got from Michael's a while back, and I'm using the L, the V, and the E. I am going to do a reversible stencil. I think that's how you call it. Once I had my stickers, I make sure I did press them down really good because sometimes they tend to bleed. Now I'm going to use my white chalk paint to go over these, and I am not painting this perfect. I do want some of the brown to peek through to make this look more farmhouse. For the O block, I painted the entire thing. I did let this dry for a couple of minutes. I didn't let it dry completely because then the sticker will stick to the wood, and I'm using this Cricut tool to carefully remove each sticker. Once I remove the stickers, I then let this dry completely. I then use my sand sheet to send them out, and I absolutely love how this made it look. I then used a wet napkin to clean them off, and look how this looks. It looks so beautiful. Now to finish this off, I'm using this grapevine heart that I got last year from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use a little piece of ribbon to make this hang. And that is it, guys. That is it for this beautiful love decor. For my next DIY, I will be using this Dollar Tree wood heart and some sticks that I already had, but you can use paint sticks for these. I will be making a window, and the way I decided this window to be like the size of it is by just placing the heart in the center. I do want the heart to fit. Once I am done measuring everything, I then went ahead and cut them. And to glue these, I will be using a combination of wood glue and some of the Dollar Tree popsicle sticks. I did cut the popsicle sticks into smaller sizes. Now I'm going to glue one in each corner using hot glue. For the inside of the window, I did use 2 of these bamboo sticks. I'll have them linked down in my description box in case you want to check them out. I did have to cut the bamboo sticks a little bit smaller, and then I used my big Cricut ruler to make sure I did glue these in the center. Since one of my sticks was already painted with the Waverly Antique Wax, I decided to paint the rest using the same paint. I'm going to let it dry, and then going back to the wood heart, I am removing the juice string and then painting this using some white chalk paint. The next Dollar Tree item I will be using is this beautiful Forever and Always wood sign, and I am removing the hearts on the side. I did have to sand a little bit of these edges because I cut it wrong, but I try to make it look like if it went like that. Now using the Waverly Antique Wax, I will be painting the end, and for the Forever and Always, I will be using a red chalk paint. Once it was dry, I then glue it in the center of the heart, and this is why I removed the other little hearts, just so it can fit inside the heart. I will be adding a piece of juice string on each little hole that the heart has, because I will be tying this to the window frame. Now I decided to glue my heart to my frame just so it doesn't move around. And that is it for this beautiful Forever and Always window decor sign. Alright, so for my next DIY, I will be using this Dollar Tree envelope. I'm going to start by removing the front piece. I then thought of removing the paper, but then it wasn't working, so I decided to just leave it like that since I'm not painting this and I am using a scrapbook paper. Now the next Dollar Tree item I will be using is this 18-inch wood plank that I did measure it to the size of the envelope, and then to the other piece I decided to cut it in half because this is going to go on the sides. Once I had my pieces cut, I then used some hot glue to glue these, and I am going to glue it around the border of the envelope. Now the sides were a little bit too small, so to make these a little bit bigger, I am gluing some Jenga blocks on the side. And this is how it looks. Now I do want this piece to be the color of the Waverly Antique Wax, but first I do have to paint the front using some white chalk paint. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and I'm going to go back to the back piece, and I'm using this scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to trace the back piece on it, and then I'm going to cut it. I will be gluing it using my Elmer's glue stick. Now before I glue this front piece to the back piece, I will be making some lines in the front to make this look like the front of the envelope. To glue the front piece, I will be using only hot glue. To decorate the envelope in the front, I will be using this chalk wood heart that I got from a Dollar Tree pack, and I'm going to paint the back using the red chalk paint and add a little jute twine bow where the hole is at. For the florals, I'm using these beautiful small little roses picks that I got from Hobby Lobby. And that is it for this beautiful envelope planter. For my next DIY, I will be using this decor sign that was a fail during Christmas. So I decided to give it one more chance. I did get this in the Hobby Lobby clearance. I think it was $3 or $3.49, something like that. But I know it was under $4. So I'm going to start by painting all the edges using the Waverly Antique Wax. I then decided to remove the entire red paper. Once I had it all done, I then used another dark paper, and I'm going to place it right on top of it, and then I'm going to start pressing it around the edges so like that it can crease and I know where to cut. To glue the paper, I will be using the Elmer's glue stick. Now you have a beautiful blank canvas and you can add whatever you like to it. I decided to add this wood decor sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. It says I love you more. I am going to take this apart and then I'm going to paint it. And I decided to only use I love you. More didn't fit, so I left that one out. Now to paint this, I started by painting everything with the antique wax. But then I was like, you know what? I can make these 2 different colors. So I decided to paint the letters using the antique wax. And for the hearts, I will be painting them using some red chalk paint. So I don't know what's wrong with this sign, but I almost made an epic fail once again. I did glue down I, you, love. And then I realized that when I was adding the little strings to them that you'll see in a minute. So then I had to use my blow dryer to carefully remove this so I wouldn't tear the paper. And now it is fixed right here. I got so frustrated that I didn't even film it. So sorry, I did mess it up, but then I did fix it by carefully removing it. Once I was adding everything, I then added these little clips on the side so I can add some pictures. And that is it for this I love you sign. Bye. For my next DIY, I will be using this round wood circle that I got from the Dollar Tree. I am going to remove the tag, and once again I'm going to save this so I can add it back later on. Using the Dollar Tree painter's tape, I'm going to add one at the bottom and one at the top. To paint them, I'm using this apple barrel acrylic paint, and I'm going to leave the center just the color it is and then just paint the sides. Once it's dry, I'm going to slowly remove the painter's tape. And look how beautiful this looks. Now you can just leave it like this and finish with the project. But what I did instead is I went back and I did do 2 hearts, but this time I used white vinyl so I can add a little bit of white to this, and I added a heart on each side. Now the last thing I did was just add the string back on there, and that is it for this beautiful Hello Valentine, which I think it turned out perfect and it looks so adorable. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys like these. Let me know down in the comment section which one is your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.